Does it look like I am wearing the face of a person who has very good news? Yes, I do have very good news. Hello guys, welcome, or if you've already seen my channel before, welcome back. I am the Philadelphia Hoovian, and for this video, well, a moment has come that's iconic to myself, that is just brilliant. It is something that I thought would never, ever happen. I own Doctor Who, the Time Meddler. Look at it, guys. Watch it. Stare at that gorgeousness. Stare at it. It's the Time Meddler. Alright, I'm sorry. For those of you who have not seen the Time Meddler and do not know why this is a monumental moment for me, I shall tell you. First of all, the Time Meddler is an iconic story in classic Doctor Who. It's the first Doctor story from the end of his very second season, where if you're familiar with the first Doctor's era, you know his first companions were Ian, Barbara, and his granddaughter Susan. Susan left at the beginning of Season 2 with the Dalek invasion of Earth. But then Ian and Barbara left with the very story, I believe, before this one, The Chase. And Ian and Barbara were monumental for the Doctor, of course, so he's feeling the weight of it, but he still has Vicky with him. But also, he's got a new companion now, Steve Taylor, who they thought they had gotten separated from the previous story, The Chase, because Steve Taylor was a prisoner of the Mechanoids, which is from that story. There we go. So now we've got Steve Taylor, new companion, and we have to assimilate him to the TARDIS. And the way this story takes place is, the TARDIS lands on the Northumbrian coast. At the time, they're pretty much in the 11th century, where there is strife going on, there is idea of an invasion possibly happening, etc. and so forth. Now, the first Doctor lands there, and we immediately are encountering a character by the name of the Meddling Monk. Yes, the Meddling Monk. That's him right there. Right there, the Meddling Monk. Now, the Meddling Monk, this is iconic because, besides not just the fact that it's an amazing story, but also with the Meddling Monk is a spoiler. He is the Time Lord. I mean, it's never fully said he's the same creature as, or same species as the Doctor, but he pretty much kind of is. I mean, you know, it's pretty much implied he is. He has a TARDIS as well, and he literally is very heavily, might as well be said, he is a Time Lord. And the Meddling Monk is a person who is traveling throughout history, and he is deciding to change it, to make history neater, and to organize things in a proper way, even though this is the first law, or against one of the main laws of Gallifrey, that you do not change history. He is. And the Doctor has to come in and pretty much stop him. So it's about more so the cat and mouse, or the back and forth between the first Doctor and the Meddling Monk. What makes the Meddling Monk brilliant is, he is not a character that is just villainous. No, he does have good intentions, but like many people with good intentions, naturally, they don't all come out in the proper way that they should. There's that, exactly. When you want to write a good antagonist to your hero, it's always best if they're not at all essentials just evil. They have to have a good, or they have to have a positive aim in their lives, or something about them that they think is fueling them that is positive, and they can't see the negative that can come from it. It's stronger that way. So the Meddling Monk, to me, is a very good antagonist, and opposite, and foe, or adversary for the Doctor to have. And he did show up again in another story, The Daleks' Master Plan. This story was written by Dennis Spooner, who, if you know my channel, I did a video on him before. With Dennis Spooner, okay, this story, I always loved it, but I could never put it as my #1 before it, because truth is, guys, I had not ever seen the full story until I got it on DVD, because BBC did a reprint of it for us Americans. And that's another thing that makes it iconic for me. I own the Time Meddler now because BBC reprinted the stories, because of how expensive Doctor Who stories usually are here in America. Usually, the Time Meddler was about $74 to $80 here in America, but I was able to get it for $16 through Amazon.com due to BBC doing reprints. BBC, thank you for doing that. That is awesome. I give you full-on respect for doing that. Thank you so much. So there's that. But also, the reason why I could not put this again at my #1 slot for Dennis Spooner stories was because I had not seen all of it. I had seen enough to know that I liked the story, but not enough to say it was my #1. But actually, the Time Meddler was spot on beautiful. It is my #1 Dennis Spooner story, and I love it tremendously. I am just so overjoyed that I own the Time Meddler. I mean, do you see me bouncing off the walls and glowing with happiness? Do you see it? You totally do. And usually you guys know when I get something, I do something really weird. What I mean is I do either recite a speech or sing a song, do something very outlandish and stupid, because I'm so happy that I got that thing on DVD, that story. But I'm not going to now because I don't need to. I just don't need to, because I've got something even better than me embarrassing myself on here on YouTube. Are you ready for the magic? Ba-boom! Doctor Who, The Mark of the Rani by Pip and Jane Baker. I should really do a video on those two. I'm going to do a video on those two one day. Oh, got that. Also, what else did I get in the mail? Because I got, like The Mark of the Rani, this is the first time I was able to ever afford it. Bum bum. Doctor Who, The Happiness Patrol. Yes, so I've got a 6th and 7th Doctor story as well. And this is a monumental moment because it's the first time I've ever been able to afford them. They both, these genius stories, I don't care what anyone says. Great story, great story. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, but these are iconic for me because these two stories, again, were affordable for the first time ever here in America for me. Each of these were $15 a piece. And if you guys over in Britain and Australia are saying to yourselves, well, actually, we can get 3 classic Doctor Who DVDs for $15 together, I know you can. Don't you dare say it. Don't you dare mention that in the comment section. I know already. I know already. Don't you dare mention it and then add salt to a flesh wound of mine after you cut my skin open. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Please, good sirs, don't you dare talk about that. I'm already aware you guys can get 3 classic Doctor Who stories for $15 together. I know you had that deal. Don't mention it. Please, kind sirs, don't mention it. It hurt my pride even more. Let me just bask in this. So guys, thank you. Yes, I own 3 incredible stories. The Time Meddler, The Happiness Patrol, The Mark of the freaking Rani. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have you seen The Time Meddler? Have you not? If you haven't, but you're interested in getting into First Doctor stories, I'd recommend The Time Meddler. Ask anyone who might possibly comment in the comment section. It's totally worth a look in. Guys, thank you so very much. You are awesome. You are awesome. And so is the freaking meddling monk. Bye, guys.